I'm Coach Brian from CrossFit Princeton. We're going to go over the workouts and the movement standards for the workouts for barbells for backflips. Hopefully this will clear up some of the questions that you guys have to make competition day run a whole lot smoothly. Alright, so WOD 2 is going to be a 13-minute AMRAP. It's going to start out with 45 clean and jerks. Weight is 135, 95. You're going to do 60 pull-ups. It'll be 30 clean and jerks at 155, 105, 45 chest to bar pull-ups. You'll have 15 clean and jerks at 185, 125, 30 bar muscle ups. Then with whatever time you have left will be an AMRAP of clean and jerks at 215 or 135. Clean and jerks, the standard on those, that can be a squat clean plus a power jerk or a split jerk, or a power clean, power jerk or split jerk. Really don't matter as long as you finish locked out at the top. So, and then on the regular pull-ups can be strict or kipping. Either one are acceptable as long as your arms are completely straight when you hit the bottom of your rep and chin goes over the bar on the regular pull-up. Chest to bars, your chest must touch the bar, so there has to be contact with your chest and the bar. As long as the bar makes contact below the clavicle, it will be considered a chest to bar. And again, at the bottom of the rep, your arms must be completely straight and locked out. On the bar muscle up, again, you start out at the bottom, you're in a complete hanging position, arms locked out, and you finish your bar muscle up with arms locked out at the top in the dip position. So I'm going to go ahead and have Heather demo a clean and jerk and show you the standards and no reps and lows. Okay, Heather is going to show us the standard of the clean and jerk. Again, it can be a power clean or a squat clean. Then you can do a power jerk or a split jerk or a strict press, push press, just any way to get the bar locked out overhead. So, Heather, if you would do a power clean and a power jerk. It stands all the way up to the top with arms locked out. That's basically what we're looking for, as long as the bar gets locked out overhead and hips and knees are completely straight. Also, do a squat clean and a split jerk for me, which will also be acceptable. On the split jerk, your feet must come back together and be side by side with the barbell locked out overhead. That's the only difference with the split jerk and the power jerk. If you would do a push press, do a power clean and push press, and then a power clean and a strict press. And to finish up, just to show, that would be a push press, which is also acceptable, and a power clean and strict press. Good job. So, as long as you get the barbell locked out overhead, it'll be acceptable with the hips and knees locked out. Okay, I'm going to have Dale give an example of a good pull-up. He's going to start out, be hanging from the bar, arms completely locked out. He's just going to go up chin over the bar. I'm going to have him do a strict one and a kipping pull-up for the first set of pull-ups. So just strict, chin over the bar. That's good. Okay, so chin was over the bar, came all the way down, locked out. It's a good rep. Do a couple of kipping reps. They're also good. Standard kip, chin over the bar, locked out. Also a good rep. Then you do a couple of butterflies. And so strict kipping or butterfly pull-ups are all acceptable. Good. So all three of those are good examples of good reps. Some they'll do a couple of no reps, which would be not getting your chin over the bar or not locking out the bottom. Chin's not over the bar, and do one where you don't lock out the bottom, just keeping bent arms. Both of those are no reps, and that would be the same on your kipping or your standard kipping or your butterfly pull-up. So be sure arms are straight and chin gets over the bar. So the next variation of the pull-up is going to be a chest to bar. Again, the same standards. You must start out locked at the bottom, but this time the chest must come into contact with the bar at the top of the rep. You can do strict, standard kipping, or butterfly kipping. All are acceptable. Just be sure your chest touches and you're locked out at the bottom. They'll just do whatever variation you want to of a good rep. Okay, relax. Those are all good reps. His chest touched the bar. He was locked out at the bottom. So any variation you want to, just be sure your chest comes into contact with the bar. So the last one is going to be a bar muscle up. Again, you have to start from a hanging position, arms locked out, finish in a locked out dip position at the top. You can, there's not too many ways to do these, but as long as you start out locked out at the bottom, lock out at the top, it's going to be acceptable. So go ahead and show some good muscle up, Bill. Good job. Rep on these. If you come up and rest your chest on the bar for more than a few seconds before you dip out, that's going to be a no rep, or if you don't come all the way down to full lockout at the bottom. So if you would just go up, lean over the bar, rest, hang out there for a second, and that's going to be an example of a no rep. So hanging out on the bar before you dip out, that's going to be a no rep. If there's a slight pause, that's completely fine, but go ahead and hop down. But if you're just hanging there for more than 3, 4, 5 seconds, then it's going to be a no rep, or if you don't lock out all the way at the bottom, it's going to be a no rep. Okay, the scaled version for lots 1, 2, and 3, getting ready to go over. There's not a whole lot of changes, so the workouts will be pretty close, but there are a couple changes. Workout. Okay, for the ring rows in WOD 2, again, you just have to be locked out at the bottom, and rings touch your chest at the top. So do a couple of examples of a good rep. She's going to lean back, arms are completely straight, and when she comes up, her chest is going to touch the rings. Okay, that's good. So an example of a bad rep would be chest not touching the rings, or your arms not going to lock out at the bottom. So do an example of both of those. So there's Heather not touching the rings, that would be a no rep. Do a couple where your arms stay bent. That would also be a no rep. Okay, so for the jumping pull-ups, again, we're going to have bumper plates on the ground to get the correct height for everybody. But when you stand on the bumper plates, go ahead and stand on there, Dale. Reach completely overhead. We're going to have a pull-up bar pretty close to mid-forearm is where we're going to start, everybody. Relax. So the jumping pull-up, you have to grab a hold of the bar and dip down and start with your arms completely straight and locked out at the bottom. Do a jump and get your chest over the bar. Or get your chin over the bar, I'm sorry, just chin over the bar. And then come all the way back down to where your arms are locked out, and that'll complete the rep. An example of a no rep would be as if you're just jumping and not locking out at the bottom. That would be no rep. Or if your chin doesn't come over the bar at the top. It's also no rep. As far as the jumping chest to bars go, same standard, except your chest just has to make contact with the bar, but it's the same height. Locked out at the bottom, jump, touch your chest to the bar, and back locked out at the bottom. Do a couple where your chest doesn't touch. His chest was close, but it didn't make contact with the bar, so that